All right, hi guys, Dave here. I have just thought of doing an impromptu session this weekend again, and I thought I'll log in and see if there are people who are interested to get snapshot predictions done. I will look into the charts and I'll answer your queries. So I I'll wait for a few seconds, for a few minutes to see if there are people who are joining in, and then we can get started. All you have to do is post your question with your date, place, and time of birth here on the chat box, and I will try and look into your chart. Hi, good morning, Amit. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in whatever part of the world. So, guys, just plan to do an impromptu session. I thought I'll come online for some time and I'll look into the charts of some of the people I could not do earlier in the week. So, if you have any questions and if you want to ask any question, just put in your date, time, and place of birth and your question, and I will look into your chart and I'll give you quick analysis, quick reading on your chart. Let's give a minute or two for the people to respond. I think there are a couple of people who are already online, and I'm assuming people will take some time to type in their questions as well. So let's just see. Let's see if people have any questions that they want to ask. I see some of you joining the live session, live stream. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, folks. I see people joining in, so please feel free to ask any question that you might have. Happy to take questions for the people out here. All right, perfect. So I have the first question coming in from Sham Sundar. Sham, I'll take up your question. Sham's question is that date of birth 11/6/1989. Then time of birth is 6:39 a.m. and place of birth for Sham is Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Okay. And the question for Sham is, when will I get a good job and can I go and settle abroad? Okay. Sedes is asking for a friend Vivek, need to know his marriage date, married life, 11 September 1986, Jaunpur, UP. Said you'll have to enter the birth time as well. I need to know the date, place, and time of birth to give an accurate answer. Sham, I'll quickly look into your chart and provide you some insights here. So, as I can see from your chart, you are a Gemini ascendant, and you have Venus in your first house, Mars in your second house, which is in debilitation. It is in the sign of Cancer. Moon is with Ketu in the third house. You have Saturn in retrograde in your seventh house in the sign of Sagittarius. You have Rahu in your ninth house in the sign of Aquarius. That's a good placement. Hi, Goldie. Good morning. And then you have Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus in your 12th house. So, pretty interesting. You are currently undergoing Rahu Mahadasha, and within Rahu, you are undergoing Rahu Saturn until October of 2024. So, to give you a sense, I think this is a period where you can definitely expect travels. You can expect movement, but for you to pursue any opportunity which is outside of your birthplace or settling abroad, yes, you have that in your chart. You have three planets, Mercury, Sun, and Jupiter, in your 12th house, and travel is also seen from the ninth house. So, Rahu Mahadasha always would give you the right opportunities to travel and explore. opportunities in a different world. And Rahu is also a planet which talks about everything foreign and outside your culture and stuff. So you have that opportunity, but I will not suggest or I will not recommend that happening until October of 2024. Post that till mid of 2027, you have an excellent chance of figuring out your career outside of your birthplace in a foreign settlement. That period is a very good period for you to explore. So my recommendation will be, if you are getting some opportunity, just be patient, because your opportunities to go abroad will be much better post October. And if I see from your transit period as well, Jupiter will also come into your 12th house, in the month of May, and Rahu and Ketu are already in your 4 and 10 axis. So it's a beautiful axis in which it is present, Sham. I think you should be able to fulfill that particular desire of yours in the month post October 2024. Okay, so I hope this is helpful, Sham. And from a job perspective, I see you've asked question from a job perspective. Make a switch after the transit. So your transit is happening in May, and Jupiter is the lord of your 10th house. So transit will give you good fortune. You can explore right now as well. In fact, your decent period is running currently as well, because your Jupiter is in your 11th house in transit. So it's not a bad situation to be in. And see, Mercury is your Lagna Lord. So try and understand, things are going to be very, very good for you in the Mercury Antardasha. It is going to be very good for you, even though Mercury is 12th to itself. Okay. So I hope this helps, and we'll take up other questions. Sid, as I requested, you will have to get me the time of birth as well. Only then I can help you with the prediction. Roshan, hello, sir. Hello, good morning, Roshan. Um, Jaiti Bira, name Jeelam Sen. Okay, guys, you will have to take time to type in your question. You have to do it in one correct go, because there is a 5 minute waiting in in terms of posting the question. So let me see if I can edit the slow mode or not. Hold on. um, I don't have the ability to edit the slow mode now, so it'll take some time. Thank you, Sham. Welcome. Welcome. Please smash that like button if it is helpful. I see Richa Datta has posted a question. Richa says, hi, sir. 20th September 2002, 6:16 p.m. Sir, which career option would be better for me, government sector or private sector? I don't know where will be more stable and happy in the long run. Richa, you will have to provide me your place of birth as well, which you've missed. So that is a challenge. You have given date, time, and you've missed place of birth. So please provide all the details so that I can give you that insight based on your chart. Okay. So if you can quickly edit it. Okay. So Sid has provided the information in the meantime. So I'm going to edit and check out Sid's chart. Um, Sid says, so Sid, this is for Vivek, right? I'm taking up that question. 11th September 1986. Time of birth is 14:40 p.m. and the place of birth is Jaunpur. I'm assuming it is Jaunpur, UP. Yeah. All right. So said we'll take your question. Asking for a friend, need to know his marriage date or married life. Okay. So this friend of yours has Mars in the first house. He's a Sagittarius Lagna, and his Lagna Lord Jupiter is in the third house in the sign of Aquarius in retrograde. Rahu is in the fourth house. Ketu is in the 10th house. Sun is in its own sign in the ninth house along with Mercury. Mercury seems to be combust. Yes. Venus is in the 11th house in the sign of Libra. Saturn and Moon is in the 12th house. So this friend of yours, one thing I can tell you, he will always be having stress, mental trouble. He would be, um, he might be facing depression as well to a certain extent. So that is one potential risk I see neatly in his chart. Other thing is that he does have that Mangal dosha risk as well. So there will be certain troubles in his marriage, but can he get married? The Lord of Seventh is combust. That's a challenge. He's going through Sun Mahadasha, and he is about to finish Sun Mercury. So he will start with Sun Ketu after this. I do not recommend that to be a good period for marriage. I think he has a possibility post June of 2024 when he enters into Sun Venus. My request to you would be share this Sun Mahadasha video with your with your friend, and ask him to look into that, because that video is going to give him a very very good understanding of how he is going to be undergoing this Mahadasha. This friend of yours, Vivek, and married life is a little complicated because the Lord of Seventh is combust. Um, but there is still a chance because his Venus is very well placed, very well placed. It's in the 11th house in its own sign, and there is a very high probability that he should be able to find the right person. 1 year period from June of 2024 till June of 2025 is one of the best periods for him to get married. So I recommend your friend to explore in that direction. Hopefully, it should work out. Married life will be a little tough, but it is all up to him how he can manage, because Venus is sitting in 11th. All right, Sid. I hope this is helpful. Gautam, Gautam is asking about the fame video. Yes, Gautam, I'll come to it. I think if Gautam, if you and Tanu, I'm just coming to your reading as well. I know your question is there. I'm just going to quickly respond to Gautam's query. So Gautam, yes, in the fame video, I had recommended that if you have Saturn Venus combination, it is going to provide you fame. And see, Saturn represents masses, okay, and Venus represents all these luxury, all the things that you find enticing are represented by Venus. So the grand level fame, typically, which is seen in the movie stars, with the movie stars, especially in India, when you have that mass fan following, that kind of thing is very evident. Or Rahu's combination as well. So if you would have listened to my video, Gautam, you would have noticed that I had emphasized number one on Rahu. Okay. And then I had emphasized on Venus and then Saturn and then their combination. So if you have those combinations in place, then it's like the chart is giving an indication that there are high probabilities of you guys finding success through that. So I hope that answers your question. I will quickly jump into the next a question, which is of Tanu. And Tanu, I'm assuming you're a girl. So um, Tanu's date of birth is 12/10/1980. 1980. Time of birth is 12:30 p.m. Nashik, Maharashtra. 12:30 p.m. Nashik, Maharashtra. Okay. So we have Tanu's chart in place here. Tanu's question is, I am a CA and after working for 20 years, left job 3 years back. Please guide me with my financial prospects. All right, Tanu, we'll take up that question. So, Tanu, you are a Sagittarius ascendant. You have Ketu in your second house, Rahu in your eighth house, Venus is in your ninth, in the sign of Sun. You have Saturn, Sun, and Jupiter. Amazing. In your 10th house. You have Mercury in your 11th house, and then you have Mars and Moon, with Moon and 0 degree in the sign of Scorpio. Okay. Hmm. And oh boy, you are currently running Ketu Mahadasha as well. And within Ketu, you are under Ketu Rahu period right now. I'm assuming that you left your job in the Ketu period itself, Tanu. This is one of the risks that I had called out in my Ketu Mahadasha video as well. I'm not sure if you've had a chance, Tanu, to watch that. Please go ahead and revise it, because I did a lot of research and I spent a lot of time in planning things to create that video. And I've done a very detailed analysis. In fact, all the Mahadasha videos that I'm creating, I'm not launching anything in a rush. So I would have spent a lot of time, and I would recommend you, Tanu, to please look into it, because it will give you clarity about each dasha. And I think you've somewhere quit at the start of this dasha itself. Now, your question is that you're leaning towards stock market investments and trading. Will you be successful in that? You have an okayish possibility of succeeding in that space. Why? Because you see that thing happening from your fifth house. The lord of your fifth is Mars, which is sitting in its own sign. By the way, it's a good placement, but it is sitting in 12th. So, um, y- yes, it is into investments, but I think those investments might not pan out in the way you might desire. Short term thing is not going to fly for you. Um, your Lagna Lord is sitting in your 10th house, okay? And it is at the lowest degree, means it is the most powerful planet in your chart, your Jupiter. So, my suggestion to you would be plan long term investments. Any kind of international stocks might be of much better leverage for you. Okay, I think that should work out much better. Start slow. The reason is that I know Mercury is directly aspecting, Mercury is sitting in the sign of Venus, but it's not one of the strongest planets in your chart. Okay. Yeah, and your moon is in debilitation. Your moon is in debilitation, and it is in complete close conjunction with Mars. So your decision making, there is a loss in decision making. Like it's not going to give you the results that you might be desiring for. And I'm kind of worried on that front. So I would not recommend you to take very aggressive steps. Start slow, see how the market reacts to your calls, and based on that you can go about. Do not step into the game of options, calls, futures and stuff to begin with. um, Try and do value investing. I wouldn't want to get into financial recommendations here, but that is my suggestion to begin with. Your call beyond that. I hope this is helpful. All right. um, Jayati Bira, let's quickly look into Jayati's chart. Jayati, I'm assuming from your name you're a female. If not, I'm sorry about that. 14th of November, um, 2004, 7:24 a.m. And place for Jyoti is Haldia. All right. So Jayati's question is, sir, how will be my upcoming Venus Mahadasha? Actually, my Ketu Dasha is repressive in terms of career and peace. Jayati, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to watch my Ketu Mahadasha video and my Venus Mahadasha video. Both videos I've done a very detailed analysis of how things are going to pan out for most of the ascendants. I've done a very detailed review of the same. Uh, but I will quickly look into your chart. I see you are currently running Ketu Dasha. You are under Ketu Jupiter, and then you have Saturn coming. So at least this period is better for you right now. But let's quickly read your chart as well. You have Mercury and Moon in the first house. You are a Scorpio ascendant, means your Moon is in debilitation. You have Rahu in Aries in the sixth house, Saturn in your ninth house in retrograde, Jupiter and Venus in your 11th house. Again, Venus is in debilitation, but Mercury is sitting in the first house. So at least that Neej Bhanga is happening for your Venus. Then your Sun, Ketu, and Mars, all three of them are sitting in your 12th house. Are you having any foreign connection or not, Jayati? You should be settled away from your birthplace. If not, I will be very, very, very surprised. Your Venus is in debilitation, so yes, Venus period will be marginally better, but it is not going to be like. See, what Nijbang does is it shows its bad effects, but then it gives you a rise. Okay, so you will face certain troubles in the Venus period as well. Post Sandhi period, I think relatively things will start to improve. The way you might want to do this analysis is go ahead and watch your Venus video, the Mahadasha video that I've created, and then for each of those Antardashas when I'm talking about, you do this analysis. One, Moon is in debilitation. Okay, it is troubled. Mercury is in an enemy sign. It is in the sign of Mars, so it's also not great. Mars is in the sign of Venus, so also not extraordinary. Sun is debilitated, sitting in the 12th house, and it is actually Nichpang is not happening for Sun, but it is sitting with the Lagna Lord. So actually, Nichbang is happening with Sun as well. One thing is for sure, I see a very strong possibility of you settling abroad. I will be surprised if that is not the case. But the periods based on these planets would be better. For example, Venus Moon might not be that great. Venus Mercury marginally better. Venus Jupiter should be okay. Venus Saturn should be okay. Venus Ketu Rahu. Mars and Sun will be average. So I hope that gives you an understanding of how things are going to pan out for you, Jayati. Guys, if you like what you are getting here, please smash that like button. Um, Richa Datta has come up with a question. Let's see Richa's chart very quickly. Richa's question is 20th September 2002. 20th September 2002. 6:16 p.m., which is 18:16 p.m. Jammu. And Richa's question is, sir, which sector is best for me in the long run, private or government sector? Do you think I should prepare for any officer rank job or straight away go for teaching? Okay. Richa, you have Moon in your first house in the sign of Aquarius. That is your ascendant lord. Rahu in your fourth house. Ketu in your 10th house. Saturn is in your fifth house. Jupiter is in your sixth house. It is in exaltation, and it has a connection with Lagna as well. Mars is in your seventh house. Mercury and Sun in your eighth house. Venus is in your ninth house, and it is sitting in its own sign. Very nice. So this is your chart. Now your question is, first of all, your dasha, you are running Saturn dasha, and you are running Saturn Venus. Beautiful. So the connection between 5 and 9 is happening there. My request to you would be, see, you have exalted Jupiter, so you will get a very strong. You will be very strong in terms of your job line or your job life. You will get a very good job, that is for sure, and you will excel in your job as well. Uh, but you might have a tendency of keep continue to switch. And your sun, it is sitting in the eighth house, so I doubt that uh, yeah, I doubt that you will get into into a government job. That is a little tricky because sun is the lord of seventh and moving to eighth, second to itself. And if we see the 10th lord Mars, it is sitting 10 places away in the Kendra itself. So Kendra and Kendra connection is happening. I think you will do very well in private sector. You could actually you could have some kind of side hustle running for you as well along with your job. It may not be a bad idea for you to explore a side hustle where you do something in parallel to your job. I see definite possibility of that happening as well. But you will excel in your job space, so to speak. Okay, so my suggestion is please look into that, and that should help you. All right. I hope this is helpful. Please smash that like button. It gives a good message to YouTube and its algorithm, Richa. Roshan, I was born in Colombo, Sri Lanka, 1991, 0206. Okay, this is a little confusing to me because Roshan, that I'm not able to understand. I'm assuming. See, the date structure in Sri Lanka is not obvious to me. Is it 6th of February, or is it um, 2nd of June? That is the confusion that I have. So, why don't you please re enter the statement again so that I can evaluate in a right fashion? Please put your comment again with that breakup. It will help me understand. Next is Star Pixie. Really nice to see you after a long time, Dave. Same here, Star Pixie. Hope you are recovering more than every day. Yeah, my finger is starting to bend, so I'm trying hard. But thank you for checking. I think it's going to take few months before my broken finger recovers again. All right, so your detail is 12893. Okay, Star Pixie, 28 1 1993. Then the time is 6:29 a.m. 6:29 a.m. and the place is Colombo. Um 6th February. Okay, Roshan, you clarified that. Thank you, Roshan. After Star Pixie's question, I'm going to take up your question. Okay, guys, I'm going to be here for 1 hour itself. So, if this stretches beyond, unfortunately, I will not be able to take more questions. I just wanted to get impromptu live and help few people. So, Star Pixie, next few weeks, you oh, good news, yeah, you've finished off your Ketu period and your Venus has started. And yeah, we both know your Venus is exalted, sitting in the third house. I think um, uh, Star Pixie, just wait for some more time because of the Sandhi period. I'm just waiting for that Sandhi period to come to an end. Let us quickly check how your transits are working. You have Rahu actually, which has come on top of Venus and Moon. um, Star Pixie, that's a critical thing, and bang opposite to is Ketu. So see, that entire transit is a little critical for you. It is going to be good from a career standpoint. It's going to be good from growth standpoint. But I know what your other areas of concern are. Ek, do, teen, char, panch, yeah, which is your relationship aspect and stuff. So it could be tricky. Okay, it could be tricky from that aspect. But I let's wait for Sunday period. But the other thing is your Jupiter is going to be coming into your fifth house in transit in May. Okay, so that entire romantic thing that you were worried about, I think all that should begin to sort out with Jupiter coming there. That's going to be a good thing. It's the house of romance. It's the house of learning and stuff. So. Uh, it's a mixed period. Next 1 year it's going to be a mixed period. There are a few good developments also that would happen for you, Star Pixie, so you should be happy about it. Okay, don't worry much, but take it slow. Don't expect drastic changes, but slow improvements will be there. Okay, slow improvement will be there. All right, we'll take up Roshan's question, another Sri Lankan audience. So I'm happy to see other than Star Pixie, and yeah, yes, I did a couple of readings from Sri Lanka. So people are beginning to follow in Sri Lanka as well, and I'm excited about it. So let's see. 6th of Feb is the clarification that has come from Ronak Roshan. and his detail is 6th of Feb 1991. Roshan, you are looking for a woman. Star Pixie is looking for a guy. What are you guys doing? And both of you are from Colombo. Should I be doing matchmaking? Maybe you should connect with each other. Drop a comment on this chat. And Roshan, if you don't know, Star Pixie is a very regular follower of this channel, and she is always there. So I kind of know her. I've never seen her face, and I think I should organize some sort of a Google Meet where I can, have all of you join in a video call, and I could see some of these faces. I really kind of sometimes think that I know the names and I read the charts, but it would be interesting to see the faces of the audience who follow me, and I should plan it sometime. All right. So you are Mars. Sorry, you are a Scorpio ascendant, Roshan. Your third house has Rahu, Saturn, Sun, Mercury. Very powerful third house. Very interesting third house. You have Venus in your fourth house, Mars in your seventh house, Jupiter exalted in your ninth house with Ketu, and that is in retrograde, and Moon is in your 12th house. Oh boy, that's the only challenge. So that is interesting. Sun is sitting with an enemy. Lagna Lord is sitting seventh to itself, and it is sitting in the house of Venus, and Venus is not in a bad position actually, but yes, Mars is there. Are you having fights in your married life by any chance? I see some trouble, Roshan. What was your question? I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Okay, okay, sorry. You were talking about will you be able to tell me whether I'll have a change in my career anytime soon? Any foreign travel, frequent foreign travel, okay? And also about love relationships. I see that there is some kind of challenges in your marriage that is on your relationship front. You are currently running Saturn Dasha, and in Saturn you have Saturn Sun going on. So it is actually a good period for you to explore growth in your career. This is a good period for you to explore growth in your career, and you will find gains as well, boss. If you try hard, you will find gains. Job change possibility, it is good right now. Also, it will be interesting to make a job change in May. um, yeah, it will be actually, keep trying, but it will be interesting to make that job change in the month of May when Jupiter transits, and your Jupiter is exalted, boss. So डरने का नहीं, don't be under any kind of worries. But foreign travel can kick into place post September 2024. Moon is in the 12th house. Saturn is the dasha that is running, and Saturn is going to be impacting Moon as well with its 10th aspect. That's very interesting. So it will be troubled. It will be troubling period mentally. Let me tell you that. But there is, yes, to answer your question, international work perspectives, you will have good chances. So I hope that answers your question, Roshan. Tanu says, I'm working towards leaning towards stock. Tanu, I answered your question. And as I said, just be a little careful in terms of how you go about those investments. Gautam says, yes, thanks. Thanks a lot, Jyoti. Female. Yeah, Jyoti, I assumed you're a female, and that's how I answered. Roshan, I have undergone gone a divorce, and I'd be grateful if you could tell me. Oh, see, I was telling you there would be some trouble with your seventh house, because Mars is in the second house, sorry, in the seventh house, and it is the Lagna Lord. So I was about to comment that anger issues could be there, temper issues could be there. Well, Roshan, unfortunately, yeah, that is how it is. I mean, sorry, I take only one question now. I cannot predict this thing. There is a full reading that I do. That's paid reading, paid consultation. But Snapshot is quick insights for people, because I have to take up other questions as well. All right, so we have next question. We will take up next question from Monica. Monica is a female, and the question from Monica is 23 3 1993 23 3 1993 10:30 p.m., which is 22:30, and place is Allah Gadda, Allah Gadda, Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So, what is your question, Monica? When I will get married and characteristics, career of my husband and retro exalted Venus and retro Jupiter aspect, is it good? Okay. Oh boy. Scorpio ascendant with Mars being in your first house. Sorry, Rahu being in your first house and Ketu being in your seventh house. Saturn and Mercury, Saturn in its own sign in fourth house, Venus retro exalted, yes, with Sun and Moon. Moon is combust. Your Lagna Lord is sitting in the eighth house in the sign of Mercury, Bapre. And Jupiter is in retrograde. So you will also have deep interest in astrology, Monica. Is in 11th and it's in retro position, okay? And they are mutually aspecting each other. So mutual aspect is not bad, and Venus is an exaltation for you. I think you are interested about your married life. You will get married 100%. Your seventh lord Venus is an exaltation, sitting 11th to itself. But please do uh, thorough kundli matching in your case, because you have Rahu Ketu axis with Ketu in Libra, sorry, in Taurus, not one of the best positions. And good thing is your Ketu dasha is over. So, and you are right now, I think you are beyond Sandhi as well. So you might be having much better period right now. Um, Marriage period would be next year, Feb, March, good period next year, 2025. Okay, that would be a good period. And by the way, you could find your husband. I mean, you will find a husband the way you like, the way you desire. You will find somebody you desire. So don't worry about it. Venus, Mercury are aspecting each other. Jupiter and Venus are aspecting each other. Jupiter is in the 11th sign, and he will have a good career as well. Okay, good shining career. But your moon is combust here, and just understand your Ketu situation. Okay, I'm a little worried about that, it being in the seventh house. So I don't like to say bad things. That's why I'm saying just be careful, do some proper matching, consult with someone and get that thing done. It should be helpful. All right, Sid, you were asking one more question. I'm sorry, buddy. In one reading, one question, because we have to give opportunities to other people as well, right? Um, So let's give chances to other people so that they can also look into this. All right, Pooja's question is she wants to go abroad. 1711 uh, 1984 23:25 p.m. 23:25 p.m. and place is Prayagraj. All right, so would you go abroad? Pooja, we've read your chart multiple times, so I kind of sort of remember it. So we'll take a quick second to evaluate that. What are the chances and how are things looking like? Um, Jupiter is aspecting, it's sitting in the sixth house, it is aspecting your 12th. But 12th house Lord is sitting in the fifth, six places to itself. Actually, short distance travel is possible. Yeah, short distance travel is definitely possible. Settling abroad is a little tricky, Pooja, but traveling, leisure travel, I see is more of a possibility in your case. Okay, that is definitely a possibility. You could travel, you could settle abroad if you get a chance from a job standpoint. Like if you figure out to push something through your work front, then there is a chance. Or maybe you get married to somebody who's having that aspect. That is because of Jupiter. But self settlement, I see tough. I see you taking vacation travels for sure. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Let's take up the next question. Shrikant Agatla. Okay, let's take Shrikant's question. Shrikant, 18 12 1996. 1996 था ना? 8:50 p.m., which is 20:50 p.m., and the place is Anna Kapele. Anna Kapele. Okay, Shrikant. So you are a Cancer ascendant, Mars and Rahu in your third house, Venus in your fifth house, Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury in your sixth house, Ketu, Moon, Saturn in your ninth house. That is the reason you are troubled. Your moon is troubled big time. Will I settle in my life financially? Okay. You are running Venus Dasha. Venus is also sitting in the enemy sign, and you are currently going. You just finished Venus Moon, so that is why, and you finished that in January. That's why mentally you are so, because your moon is very much troubled. Okay, that's the problem. And moon is also not getting any saving because it is having Saturn and Ketu both sitting on top of its head. That's a big problem. Plus, you are Pisces Rashi, so you are going through Sade Sati as well. I think I need to make a. I've said this couple of times. I've not done it. I think I've been lazy. I got to make a Sade Sati video so that some people get understanding. This is a good case study for me to do it. But right now, you've just started with Venus Mars. So here is my suggestion. See, your Mars is almost like at 0 degrees, so it's almost like it is in Leo, like, right? So my suggestion is that it is going to be a much better period for you. First of all, you are going to become very, very, I mean, if you start putting in your energies towards your work life, whatever you want to achieve, if you start doing that, it's going to be super powerful for you, and this period is going to get better. So my friend, I know you sound very troubled in the messages that you've written here, facing challenges with this thing, relationships and stuff. I completely get it why you were saying it, but that period has come to an end, moon period. So at least things are going to be on a recovery path with Mars, but mental hassle will be there for you. Okay, you cannot escape that. um, your career situation will improve. Okay, 100% during this period. So just have some respite there and you should feel better about it. Don't worry, Shrikant. Things are going to get better in the coming months in this Antardasha of Mars. Watch my Venus Mahadasha video, specifically watch Mars Antardasha. If you start watching from Mars Antardasha till the very end, you will get a lot of answers, through that video, and hopefully it should be helpful. So keep me posted. Please drop comments because I try to respond to the comments very diligently. Yeah, I see you've not watched. I can see you've not watched that Venus thing. So if you watch it, maybe after this live session, Shrikant, it's going to be helpful. Okay. Uh, Please drop that like button, guys. I'm taking these questions. Please drop that like button so that it is helpful. Let's take up the next question. Nidhi, she's asking, um, 28th March, dinner time 6 a.m. Shivpuri MP separated from second wife. Also, will this marriage also end in divorce? Okay, Nidhi is asking, but basically it is asked by a guy named Neeraj. Okay, so Neeraj, 28th March, 1977, 6 a.m. and the place is Shivpuri, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so let's see. Sun, Mercury, and Venus in the first house in the sign of Pisces. Venus is in retrograde and it is exalted. Mercury is combust, yes. Ketu in the second house, Jupiter in the third house, Moon in the fourth house, Saturn in retrograde in the fifth house. So Saturn is impacting the Rahu story as well. The Moon story as well. Rahu is in the eighth house, and then you have Mars in the 12th house. Okay, so this person is going through Mercury Antardasha, and I believe that some sort of separation would have happened either before 2022. Yeah, correct. Current period that this person is running till September of 2025 is an excellent person for this for him or her to save marriage. Oh. So the problem is that the Lord of Marriage is troubled. It is sitting in the Lagna, but that is an excellent period for Vivek to save his marriage. Vivek needs to really check his ego. Uh, I don't know who's asking this question, if Nidhi is asking or Vivek is asking, but I'll try and be as succinct and direct about it. Um, he needs to check his ego, very strong ego personality. Uh, Good thing is Jupiter, Venus are in retrograde, so sorry, are in exchange. Uh, so the chart is promising a lot of good things. This person, if is able to control his ego and his communication, things are going to get much better. Moon is also getting directional strength in the fourth house. There are few very good things in in this chart. I think saving the marriage is completely dependent on Vivek in terms of self ego. The period that he is running is a period in which he can save the marriage. 100%. It's all onto you. So that's all I'll say. Ah, I'm seeing it from the ninth house perspective as well. You can save it. Okay. Second marriage, you can save it, boss, if you want it. All right. Next question. Manish Gokhale. Manish or Mahesh? Okay, Mahesh Gokhale. Um, his is 15/4/1994. 15/4/1994. Place Karkala, Karnataka. Mahesh, you've not given me the time, yaar. I'm sorry. Next question is Mahi. Mahi, I'm assuming you're a female. The question is 1 2. So I'm assuming it is 1st of Feb. Okay, Mahi, that's how I'm going to take it. 1st of Feb, 1998. Time is 11:05 p.m. 23:05, and place is Nasik. And California continues to rain. It's been I'm tired of rain. I mean, I kind of missed rain and all the drought, but this year it's been like raining like crazy. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, when will I get a job? So you are a Virgo ascendant, Venus in retrograde in the fourth house, Sun, Mercury in the fifth house. Lord of Lagna Lord is sitting in the fifth house, so that's a Raj Yoga that's happening for you. Mars, Ketu, and Jupiter in your sixth house. Saturn and Moon. Oh boy, your Moon is also afflicted in the seventh house, and Rahu in the 12th house. So, boss, you will get job only. You will not get into any kind of business. That is for sure. Now you are running Venus Dasha as well, and Venus Moon चल रहा है. Yeah, Moon is troubled. It's in proper trouble. Though the exchange is happening between Jupiter and Saturn, which is a good thing, but there is no aspect that is saving it. That's the problem. So I think you will have, yeah, Venus Mars Dasha is going to be interesting for you. So post May of 2024, you are going to see some success because in your case, Mars is sitting in the sixth house along with Jupiter. It is getting support. Halaki Ketu is also there, but it is sitting in a good house. So I think that should be a better period for you. Post that, Rahu will come, which could also help. So, but next period is much more interesting for you. Okay, post May of 2024. So my request to you would be, please work hard, just be patient. Jupiter is going to come into the ninth house in transit, and yeah. So post May, you should have a better period to try for the job. All right. Uh, Yeah, Roshan. So I answered that. Yeah, that's what I was referring. That your this thing. I'm sorry. You got to ask one question in a snapshot reading. You cannot ask multiple questions on the same chart. You'll have to join the next reading or do a personal reading to get details around this because I have to answer other questions as well. All right, I will take up Mahesh's question because he's entered the details right after a minute. So he's done his correction. 15, 15, 4. Guys, please smash that like button. So many of you are getting answers to your questions and I don't see any likes coming in. Why is that? 13, 15. And what's the time? Sorry, places. Karkala, Karnataka. Karkala, Karnataka is not coming for me. Let me just check which is the district. Uh, oh my, what is the problem? Karkala is not showing district Udupi. Okay, district Udupi. All right, I had to take Udupi for you, Mahesh. Okay, that's how it is showing it. So now your question is career growth. So you are a Cancer ascendant, Jupiter in fourth in retrograde, Rahu in fifth. Saturn is in eighth, which is the lord of your seventh, second to itself. Mars and Mercury in ninth. Sun and Venus in tenth. Moon and Ketu in 11th. Okay, Moon is afflicted, but it is exalted as well. Even though it is afflicted by Ketu, it is exalted, and your Sun is also exalted. So, what's your career, Mahesh? If the thing we have taken accurately, it's going to be good, and you are starting with your Jupiter Dasha, which is in retrograde in the seventh house. It is looking at Venus and Sun. Your career is going to be good. As simple as that. You will have a good career, very good career. Don't worry about it. And yeah, you will have good marriage as well, decent marriage, and you will make it better with your own efforts. Halanki Venus is sitting in a neutral position, so it will just get better with time. Just 1 second. I just uh, 1 second. Sorry, sorry, guys. So we will take up the next question now. Let's see which is the next one. So Mahesh, you're sorted. Don't worry about it, guys. I will be able to spend only 15 more minutes, so I will not be able to take more questions. So you know, I'll try and finish as many as possible. I'll try and stretch till Anshul's question, okay? And hopefully respond till there. So beyond Anshul's question, I will not be able to take more. Let's see. Ritik. Ritik's. Let me highlight the question. This is a better way to do it. 24th March 1999. 24th March 1999. Then 11:52 a.m. Indore. Okay. So, what is your question, Ritik? I want to know if I have an arranged marriage or a love marriage. Thank you for your precious time, sir. Ritik, I'll be a little fast now, guys. So, I'll straight away go into the recommendation. Gemini ascendant, Mars is sitting in the fifth house. It is sitting in retrograde in the sign of Libra. Okay. Lord of seventh, which is Jupiter, is sitting in the 12th in the 10th house in its own sign again in Pisces, along with Sun and Mercury. Mercury is combust, 0 degree as well as retrograde. Okay, and Venus is sitting in 11th along with Saturn. Beautiful. So was very high chances you will have a love marriage. Very very high chances, um, and you will be happy in that. क्या बात है? And the exchange is happening between Mars and Venus. You will have a love marriage. Okay, so if you have some girl in mind, be happy and smash that like button. Your job is done. Okay. Yeah. The clever dog. uh, Clever dog's details are 10/1/1998. 10 and 1998. 9:25 a.m. 9:25 a.m. Kolkata. So let's see. Clever Dog's question is, when will I get a good job? Preferred career. You asked too many things. It's a snapshot thing. It's a proper career reading which is required here. But your 10th house lord is Mars. It is sitting third to itself in the 12th house in the sun. It's an exaltation. Beautiful. Beautiful. And there is an exchange between Jupiter and Saturn as well. So your question is, and you are running Jupiter Dasha, so that is another good period. Jupiter, Saturn. Yes, when will I get a good job? So Moon is also an exaltation. Very nice chart you've got here. You are running a good period. So if you're looking to find a job, good period right now. Uh, but if you ask me, really, really, when you will have something extraordinary, that will be in 2035 to 2036. Extraordinary job, extraordinary growth. Okay. That is the period you will have, like, that will be the year you are going to, like, smash it out of the park. I can tell you, 2035 to 2036 is a very good year for you. But right now, you have decent chances. Just keep working hard. I mean, the dasha is such, you are running Jupiter's dasha, and it is an exchange with this thing. You will create wealth during this period. And see, you've asked, I mean, it sounds a very simple question, but you've asked a very broad question. There are multiple things that have to be looked in this case. into Pratyanta dashas, into your transit as well. So from a transit perspective, Jupiter is going to come in the fourth house in May. I think that will be a good period for you to look out for jobs and stuff. Post May, you should find some success. But you have a good chart. You will do well in career. You will. There is a very high possibility you might settle abroad. Very high possibility. Clever dog. No wonder your name is Clever Dog. Good chart. Star Pixie, thank you so much, Dave. Appreciate so much as always. God bless you. If you don't mind, can you tell me when the Rahu transit will be running? It is going to be running till March of 2025. Star Pixie, please go ahead and watch your Rahu Ketu videos. I think you've not watched them. That's why you're asking these questions. Please watch them, Star Pixie. It's going to help you. I know you are a regular user. You might want to check those videos, that entire playlist, and you check out from the moon perspective as well, from your Rashi standpoint. Okay, your Venus and moon are together, I think, if I remember correctly. So watch the Pisces Rashi moon video, and then you are Capricorn, I guess. So watch Capricorn videos as well. It's going to help you. Nidhi, I already answered your question. Monica says, thank you a lot. Dan has retracted his question. Salvi's question is, when I will lead my life partner. Shalvi, female, 14th April 1993. 14th April 1993. Ahmedabad, Gujarat, 7:30 p.m. So that is 1930. Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Okay. So quick response is you have an exalted sun sitting in your seventh house. Sun is a mild malefic. It causes troubles in terms of people getting married. Um, hmm. And Saturn is also aspecting Sun. Saturn is sitting in its own sign, but it is giving an aspect to the seventh house. But your Venus is an exaltation. Your Jupiter is right across, looking at each other. Jupiter is in the sign of Mercury. Mercury is debilitated actually, but it is an exchange with Jupiter. So it's very good because that Neej Bhanga is happening for you. Okay, and Mars ka bhi Neej Bhanga is happening for you because of the Moon. Very nice. Multiple need. See, you will achieve success after problems. Shall we? After troubles only, you will get success. And you are running Rahu Dasha, which is not in a good dignity. It is in second house and it is in Scorpio. It is not in good dignity. So your Venus is exalted. It is the Lagna Lord. You should have a very good job. I'm 100% sure Shalvi will have a good job. Um, do not get married between January of 2025 to December of 2025 next year. Right now is a good period for you to get married until 26th of January 2025. That is the good period. But next year, do not get married, please. Okay. Sun is a malefic. It is sitting in the seventh house. It is going to cause problems under Rahu's influence, trouble. It The worst situation could be a divorce. So this year is a good year, and then the year after, post December 2025, is also a very good year for you until June of 2027. I hope that answers your question, Shalvi. Okay. Please smash that like button, guys. Hey, month. So, hey, month. Neil. Hemant question is 9 June 1997. 9th June 1997. Time 1915. And Hemant's place of birth is Jalna, Maharashtra. Okay. Venus Dasha के full results कब मिलेंगे? Please Venus click guidance दीजिए. Okay. So yeah, you have just started your Venus Dasha, and I think you are going through a Sandhi period right now. Your Venus is in the eighth house. Please be careful with that 8th house Venus. I should make a video around it, but all I'll do is give you a subtle warning that just don't play around, okay? Um, you are in an exchange. Mercury is sitting in the second in the 7th house in the sign of Venus, and Venus is sitting in the in the 8th house. Are you already married or not? You please get your chart very thoroughly checked before getting married. Sun and Mercury both are there. I know exchange is happening, but just please get your chart checked before getting married because there could be certain risks. But your thing is going to improve. It's going to improve slowly. Okay. Your so लगा लो हाँ from post June of 2024 things are going to get better for you. Okay, like you will start getting things results as you desire. Yes, 100%. Things are going to get better from June 2024 for you. Your Sandhi period will also end, and your Venus Mars will enter. Your Mars is in the 11th house, good placement. Actually, Mars Moon period, current period is also much better. It's much better. You will see some mental relief, but it's going to improve. Okay. All right. Next question. Um, Shanti, we have taken this question multiple times that when will you get married? And same question, like it's been too many times. I'm sorry. Yeah, Hemant, unmarried. So just, yeah. Shalvi, I'm a lawyer and I have my own practice. Shalvi, I just felt that your career is going to be very good. Clever dog, thank you for your positive words and kind words. Welcome, clever dog. Anchal is the last question that we'll take. We are going to take this question from Dan. Yeah, Anchal, just hold on. I'm coming in queue. Wait, we are going to take the question from Dan now. Shanti, no offense, my friend, my brother, but it's the same question that has been answered multiple times in different readings. So let's give opportunity to other people who've come in with a different question, right? That's the only reason. Uh, nahi to yaar, why don't you get a personal reading done and I will answer you all your, you know, about your partner and love life and everything in that reading. Let's do that because you keep repeating the same question in every this thing. So I don't know. Maybe you need a deeper reading. You're not happy with you expecting some answer. You need to get a deeper reading then in that case. All right. So Dan's question is, Dan, what is your question? Date, time, GMT, place. What is your question, Dan? Please put in your question, Dan, if you are watching this, so that I can. I mean, I will capture the details again and I will respond to it. But anything about love. Okay. Um, okay, then I'll give you a general prediction. 4th of December, year 2000. Time I have to enter local itself. 6:30 a.m. 6:30 a.m. And then your city is Taku, Philippines. Taku, Philippines. Okay. Yeah, I could find the place in my software. So you needed a general prediction. With respect to romantic life, it's gonna be completely dependent on you because your Jupiter is the lord of the 5th house. It is sitting third to itself with Saturn in retrograde. And you are a Scorpio ascendant, so your Venus is your seventh lord, which is sitting in the third house in the sign of Capricorn. And Saturn, which is the owner of Capricorn, is sitting in Venus's sign, means there is an exchange happening, and both Saturn and Jupiter are in retrograde. So, and you have Sun and Mercury in your first house. So, just be a little careful when getting married or see, Jupiter is there, you will not have divorce in your life, or hopefully, yeah, Saturn is also there, you never know. But at least Jupiter is going to try and save it. But good thing is Venus and Saturn are in exchange, means that you will, with your own efforts, you will like somebody and you will find somebody. It's going to be a marriage driven by yourself. It's going to be a good marriage, but there are certain risks in your married life, and the major risk is that you need to keep a check on your ego. You need to keep a check on how you communicate with your partner. It is very, very important in your case, because you have sun sitting in the first house in a friendly sign, and it is in a powerful position looking in your seventh house. Sun is a mild malefic, my friend, and so is Mercury, looking into your seventh house. But hopefully Jupiter is going to keep things good. You will have very good house. You will have a house post marriage which will be very well kept. So that's going to be interesting. I hope this is helpful, Dan, and you like whatever you got it. All right, let's take the next question. Sumedha Pal. Sumedha, I'm assuming you're a girl. Sumedha Pal's question is: Thank you for your previous reply. When will I get a job or internship? Date of birth 5th June. 5, 6. No, no, this thing is giving a trouble. 5, 6, 2002. 2. They are. What is the time? 11:38 a.m. Calcutta. All right. So let's quickly check. Uh, you are in third year. You're looking for internship. Your uh, Jupiter is going to come after May there in transit. First of all, so post May, very good chance you're running through Ketu Dasha. Oh boy, and you're running through Ketu Moon, which is just finished. That's crazy. Ketu Mars comes in until June. Yeah, Mars is it's in a good position. It's in the 11th house with Jupiter and Venus. Um, it's going to get better. It's going to get better in May, June. You should be able to find something. Okay, May, June, you should be able to find something, and please be very aggressive in finding during May, June, because after that Rahu period comes in. I would want you to close everything in this period itself. April to May, June. Okay, May, June, you should be able to crack something. I hope this helps you, Sumedha. Next question is, guys, all those who are coming up with new questions now, I'm sorry, I will not be able to take up, because the last few questions I had already committed that I'm already over time. So I'm just committing on the last couple of questions. Okay, Jayesh. Jayesh, I'm assuming it's a guy. 26/12/1995. 26/12/1995. Then कहाँ गया? 2358 Agra. 2358 Agra. Okay. The question for Jayesh is career, health, love, marriage. You should ask everything in this thing only, right? Uh, your Saturn Dasha is running, and in Saturn, you are currently running Saturn Ketu. Okay, you are not running a good time. Relationship during this period, if you have any relationship during this period, it is not going to last. It'll break up, it'll end, no matter what you do. I'm sorry, I'm disclosing a bad news, but it will not last during this period. So just wait, okay? You just wait for some time. and at least things will get better post December for you. Post December, things are going to get better from a relationship standpoint. That's all I can answer. I can only take up one area, and I've taken that. My friend, I cannot answer so many questions for one person. So, Anchal, next question we'll take for Anchal. And Anchal, I'm assuming it's a girl, um, 21 8 2000, 8:05 a.m. am Bhewani. And career prediction and mental health. Yeah, your moon is in the eighth house, so mentally you might feel some depression. I know why you are asking that question. But the good thing is you have an exchange with Mars. Your Mars is also in debilitation. Okay. It is sitting in the 11th house, but it is doing an exchange with Moon. So that's a very good thing. Means what it means is that you have complete power. I mean, you will have this sense of depression and that things are not going in the right direction and what the hell is happening in my life and I'm not happy and blah blah blah. All those things might come to your head, but you will be able to trump that and you will be able to come out of it because I see a very strong capability of you fighting it out eventually. Okay, I 100% see that happening for you. So yeah, and career you will do well. You will do well. Don't worry about it. You have Rahu in the 10th house. You will have to work hard towards it, but you will do well, and you might even settle abroad if things work out good for you. Should be able to settle abroad in the long run. So I hope that is helpful, Anshul. Chalo, okay, I'll take one last question for Neha also. I feel bad because I've done it and only one more question has come. So let's take Neha's question also and then we will wrap it up. So Neha's question is 25 5 1988 7:30 p.m. Oh, you've given two. I cannot do two readings in one, Anya. It has to be a paid consultation. I'm sorry. So I don't do that because it's a snapshot. We just take a quick analysis of one of the questions. Um, if you need to do that analysis, you need to reach out to me on Instagram and DM me directly. So, guys, thanks a lot. I hope this was a good session, and I hope you guys found this beneficial. Please spread the word about Dev Astrology to more people, and hopefully, people can join in. Spread the words, and looking forward to it. Yeah, next time we'll wrapping it up for now. Thanks. Bye.